Interesting to imagine why the series of holes at the back of this device. Was it a strainer? Maybe that little ledge held, or a protrusion held back most of the heavy stuff. This definitely is sieve. Epocha, or the epic, Bronze Epic, or Bronze Age. It's hard for us to empathize with the fact that in one era, maybe copper, maybe bronze only, finely iron, were the only metal that was of the height of technology at its time, because we have all of it and more. Here's a wicked looking kind of an axe. Haven't seen these before. Looks like the style, there's two of them. Sure do a number on you. You wonder how they were trained to use the hook part. And were these long, narrow, pin-like things weapons? I think these mounds reflect the burial mounds of the ancient kings, I think 3rd and 4th century, if I'm correct, maybe even BC, I don't know. But apparently there are hundreds, if not thousands of them in the Balkans, and extremely prey to random pillaging. So a few archaeologists are trying to rapidly dig into them with trenches and extract some of the goods before they're stolen. This is epic Hecurate. I don't know what that means. I don't know what this device was for. Was it like something you'd wear around your neck, and then these would hang down over your chest? I don't know. There's like bracelets there, ring bracelet. There's some smaller versions of the same, and perhaps an earlier version made out of ceramic of some sort. And I think these must be bracelets. How magnificent they might have been when they were brand new, particularly if that's copper from the green color, maybe that or bronze. Again, I don't know what that era is, but I'm guessing it's Greek from the skill level of, for example, these beautiful little figurines here. What they were for, I don't know, but it looks like, particularly looking at the one on the left, that somehow they were attached by being pushed into something, or the bottom was embedded somehow. And what are these figurines of? Warriors, statesmen, athletes, who knows? Here, a lovely ceramic bowl with looks like female figurines on the top, and then subdivided inside like a condiment dish, but perhaps for cosmetics or something of that nature. Here's some jewelry, it looks like, but those rings are too big for fingers. Maybe earrings all. Lovely, I think a hollow figure of a woman. Her arms, of course, broken off. But maybe we can get a little bit of a look at her face. This looks like a two-pronged hoe. I've never seen that before, if that's in fact what its purpose is. An old map, you can see Italy on the left. These are probably subsections of parts of the Balkans and the early tribes, I'm guessing. Here you see Ilire, probably a reference to the Illyrians. Dardania, referring to the Dalmatian coast, which is normally thought of as being further north up there. Macedonia, of course, named after Philip of Macedonia, Alexander the Great's father. I can only imagine what this device is with those protuberances. It seems to be hollow. Lovely figurine of that dog. And here what looks to be quite a small helmet. Maybe it was for a dog. Curious. Seems to be saying Parthenian, although I don't know what that means, although I recognize the word Parthenian. Is it possible that men's heads were this small in those days? Because I pegged that at about 2/3 the size of mine, I think. This is Veriut, V-E-R-I-U-T, whatever that means. But some very interesting aesthetic details, certainly to make your warriors recognizable between each other on the battlefield, I'm sure. Some protection for the nose there. Even one of my lacking in sophistication on this can appreciate the exquisite craftsmanship of this piece and how pretty it must have been when it was freshly fired and painted. Fairly large, but kind of novel. I haven't seen a lot of them. Glass vessel, but maybe there aren't a lot because they broke easily. This one in the middle is interesting, if only because of its bulky, presumably heavy size and design. I've been in the lapidariums of many museums, and I wish I had the skill to compare in my mind the quality of these works with what I've seen from Michelangelo and Da Vinci and others of that caliber. But in the same manner that I can't differentiate between the orchestra directors playing the same piece, I can't do it with these.